we know say they go back to back on a particular issue. And just like say we talk about that, just like say the government something we don't hear, they will seal up their ear. Once they seal up their ear, they will go back to sleep.
Friday, April 14th, 2023. And this, now as it is hot. On Fridays, it is the extra special. When I see say, I dey smile. Now because of say, this now the day where we say we dey receive lecture. Because the people who they carry come, now people will be say, that's sabi well. They go teach us, we go know. Most importantly, as we dey hear, the thing go dey work inside our mind. And when it reach to contribute to move this our country go the permanent site, we go do better contribution. My name now is Zugo Chokwode. And this now as it is hot.
Yes, make it for no lost time. I'm not there to come and talk for too long. My own has to just introduce myself. Simply. And of course, by the time I do it in, as I introduce myself, give now, make we move on. And my name no pass Nkubi. Welcome to As It Is Hot.
If no be, if well, Chukudi, calm down. Holy Spirit, take control.
No, calm down. No Kukuma tease ya. No fire.
If not be because of the respect when I get for our guests, I for don't enter you. Which of me, I'm not here to talk too much. So me be radio without battery.
Now, if now what they describe yourself as, I don't know. Now you don't describe yourself as radio without battery.
Take control. Holy Spirit, take control. Chukudi, you are a good man. Chukudi, go to court. Chukudi, go to court. Chukudi, go to court. No protest. No protest.
These days, court no they work again. No.
Our Ogbonge visit on a person where we say for this journalist work, that's news story work. Whether na writing or whether not to talk about, whether not to sit down for TV, he get plenty sense. If they degrade age with the sense when he gets, if we don't they use walking stick by now, because he too sabi, he sabi the work. And they talk of person when we say for so many years, he done this business of writing, of talking, of showing on top of television. And today, all the action to the way we carry come, we look say who be the best person to discuss this person. He be no other than journalist of so many years. Oga Ufoma Egbamuno. Welcome to As It Is Hot.
Ufoma, you're welcome.
Bro, this is your last time.
Now the craze on this show.
No, bros. There's only one craze person here.
No, but
he's at your right. Now me follow Jesus well.
Now person they right, follow Jesus Christ. Don't disturb the
I agree
on the right. You're welcome once again, Gary. I'm the same one here.
Now who they right? Follow.
Now the person they right. Now
but today not be Good Friday. Now Good Friday don't pass now.
No,
be the right and left one and one they do.
Now bring them up now.
No problem. No wahala. Make we go straight into the discussion. Our first story now where we say this week he shake Nigeria. He scatter everywhere. It get to do with Nigerian doctors, health workers to be precise. Not be just doctors. Anybody where we say if they work the work where we say he go to hospital, he go to medical lab, if they take care of people, make them they all right. Doctors, nurses, lab scientists, all of them now in this matter concern. This one come all the way from the United Kingdom, that is Britain, the country where we say you get to Scotland, get to England. Then come out talk say, say then go be wicked people. If they continue to they collect all the health workers who will get inside of Nigeria. They say the one where they don't collect, if they check the ones where remain inside of Nigeria, doctors go soon finish for this country. We don't go even get doctor again for this country. In fact, they fit come out doctor to the point where we say, even small doctor go follow come out for inside this country. And we don't go get any doctor again. Even native doctor, all of them go come out for this country. We don't go get doctors again. They can't talk say, Nigeria and some other countries, they don't put us for what they call red list. That list means say, if then they recruit, that is, if then they find health workers from different parts of the world, they go look Nigeria, they go say, no, for now, let's not take you. No, let's focus on this one. But the National Association of Resident Doctors don't respond though. The Nigerian Medical Association don't respond though. But before we check their response, make we ask this our Ogbonge visitor say, this thing when the United Kingdom don't do, when we say they even don't collect rich, so they don't pity or say they don't want to collect again. What did the thing mean? Which sign this thing they tell us? Oga Ufoma, over to you.
Well, it just shows say wahala day. Jungle don't they mature. You know, say now something we don't complain many times now, many years now. Say the normal number of doctors to the ratio of the number of people where we supposed to get for the country. It don't even be like that at all. Even worse pass as it's supposed to be. Maybe it's supposed to be like 1 to 5, but our own are like 1 to 25 already. Now they can't come out the one self where we don't already get before. So now make sometimes you go hospital, you go wait. You know the see doctor.
Hey.
Because people plenty line up
when they wait to see doctor.
To see only one
now.
exactly.
Hey.
But the UK people don't also reason and say maybe this thing, there are also some doctors for some countries, 54 countries, Nigeria are one of them. Not just doctors, medical practitioners actually say maybe some people they use them as escape route to take come UK, come up for their country. UK. Exactly. So, and you know, say people they japa where for Nigeria.
Very true.
By the way, no be today japa start. You don't think. But as the country, the BSF say we go get one good thing, we'll get 3 bad things. Some people they reason and say, oh, yeah, make we they go. You know, that's why the UK bring up that talk. But the truth be say, that one only UK. Not only UK Nigerian doctors they go.
No, not only UK.
What about US?
Yes.
What about Canada?
What Arab countries serve?
Thank you. Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Germany. Many places they where
they go.
You remember the one where they say they go do tests?
Yes, that one is Saudi Arabia.
Thank you.
They do tests for Abuja. They say one doctor where we say in don't even some of the people when come there are people when teach.
Exactly.
Hey!
Exactly. So as much as it's a good thing for UK people, because not be good thing for the Nigerian doctors or medical practitioners we won't go
at all.
But as much as it's a good thing for them, other places still there. Canada still there. US still there. Germany still there. Qatar still there. Even what they call Oman. Many of these countries for Middle East.
Middle East, yeah.
Because the truth is saying most Nigerian doctors sabi. Most Nigerian medical practitioners sabi. Now even make House of Reps people remember.
Honorable Gani Johnson and talk that.
They bring up all that one. But the question what you get still ask again now. Okay. You say you made them first work 5 years for Nigeria.
Before you give them full license.
Before you could give them full license. But the Constitution still guarantee everybody freedom of.
Yes. Anything where you like do.
So again, you never solve the main problem where they make people, because nobody go just wake up say I won't go Canada.
You know,
where they say, in fact, one of my friends called me this Friday morning, so he won't carry him papa go Australia. Now like 1.5 million for return tickets. 1.5 million.
Australia went far.
Exactly. Him did there already. Now our former colleague, he did there already. You know, he won't carry him papa go. Check him. To just pay flight to and fro. 1.5 million. You get any person who go just see, if you get 1.5 million, Chikodi, as who they hold us like this. Yes. If you go 1.5 million, you know how far
you go.
Exactly.
To go travel, go Australia.
So why you go come begin reason say you won't use 1.5? That one only transport to. You never talk about how you go to survive for that place. You never talk about the visa fee where you go put. You get so by the time you calculate all the amount of money where some of these medical practitioners they pay before they go travel. If now I say the country they well, if like say the health sector they well, look our budget. How much every year that they bring out for health? They go tell you say health suppose get at least 26% of the budget. But last you go see 4%. 5%. Even that money say where they even budget. Most times, half of the money they go on top to pay salary. Not even to provide the infrastructure and the equipment where these medical practitioners need to. If you they work for general hospital, you say one day you go come work, you go attend to 500 people. Only you. You go on stay. So now the things where government first of all need to solve before they begin to bring up all these talk of 5 years license. Before UK people can't they bring this their own matter say, oh no, we don't take on too much, more and more we don't take again.
Oga Ufoma no vessel. I know say my brother could be one enter, but make I ask this question. Earlier this week too, we been here say our doctors them don't they tell government say that their salary where they collect, make government review them. This gist they call link up to say doctors when the United Kingdom they prepare to go strike. People can't look say wait to. Our own doctors here, when we even wrong, go there. The ones who even there, where we say our own here, they talk say, oh, your salary is my prayer point. Then even they say it will not do them.
See, you get one thing where we need to understand about this life. Person they never full. The day when you collect salary 50,000, you go the aim say you won't collect 100, abi?
Yes.
the very first 2 months when you collect 100,000, you come begin a reason and somebody 100,000 no reach you. Because by that time, the kind soup where you dey like eat, it don't increase.
Yes.
If before now 1 meat you dey chop, when you don't collect 100K, you go begin the reason 2 meats. If be say the na mama put you dey go before, you go begin reason to go big restaurant.
Yes.
Mama put 500 fit solve your problem. Big restaurant you go need like 3,000. You notice say your increase, your just so you dey spend money on top don't increase. So money they ever started. You see, Nkubi and Chukudi, if they like pay you 1.5 million like this for this TV where you work so, you go remember after 2 days somebody money no reach. You go want more. So even as the doctors and the medical practitioners where in Nigeria, they aim say the ones where in US now their prayer point be that.
Yes.
Those ones self don't they reason and say, this way we they collect no reach. See, that's so life be.
Anyway, so Ogofoma, I no go make we no dwell on this matter again because if you say from the way you don't talk already, people say you don't actually give an in-depth summary of what we want to talk about. But as it be right now, we go sharply enter this break. Once we come back from this break, we go enter into the next story where we get for now. Make no change the dial. Will they come?
Talk about that. Just like say the government some people don't hear. They will seal up their ear. Once they seal up their ear, they will go back to sleep. Just like say the government some people don't hear. They will seal up their ear. Once they seal up their ear, they will go back to sleep.
Welcome back. The program still remains as it is hot, and of course now the Friday edition, and now we carry the sunshine today. And of course my brother Izoguchuku done sunshine with the first story, and our bonga guest will be veteran because they will call him veteran, but excellent journalist. Oga Ufomo Egbamuno, he did for studio with us. At least you got accept that title from me.
Say I be veteran.
Veteran and par excellence. And at least from my own position.
Big English, and the key rabbit too.
So make you just accept that title from me because of course, first way don't take for the job. Anything way like if you give him any that way he wants and all that. So make we enter straight into the next story, and this next story we will get for now. John, another very disturbing issue. One job but they call KPMG don't come and talk says the unemployment rate for Nigeria as at 2022 say it don't climb reach 37.7%. And the call for that talk say this particular ratio will still further increase at the end of 2023. And the chances of it increasing to about 40% say it is very, very likely. Not even say it is likely. And the people can't look the issues, the problems that they cause this particular unemployment rate. And they look the issue of say, okay, every time people they find new jobs, people at school they release fresh students who just graduate and they find jobs. If they add up to the already existing unemployment where the system, I can also get the economy where the economy for the eye of people, though they even increase at all. It's just the way it is. And of course, the doctor says Nigeria's economy is big and all that. But even the economy what they talk about, it they trickle down to the populace. That one a very important question. And the people also forget, say, for 2018, when that is National Bureau of Statistics come out with their own ratio, with their own statistics, they talk say the unemployment rate as at then now about 33.3%. In the conscious they grew from 2018. 19, everything just they grew to the point where we are right now. And the same John Body can also come and talk, say, look, say if we not take care, say at the end of 2024, say our unemployment rate will enter like 43%. So now the state where we are right now, and now waiting KPMG, now waiting their release and be that. Okay, bringing that to Obunga girls, so go for ma. You don't see this increasing number of unemployment, and the reasons where they give where actually they cost them. But if Nigeria is described as a massive country, an economic, a vibrant country, and yet we know if it contain, I mean, the masses of people where they come in, they look for jobs, and yet they describe ourselves as a very big country, we have all the resources. Where exactly we fit start from? Because if you don't start to find the solution now, problem go there. Where be the dividing line of say make we penetrate from here, start to find solution before this thing will take over the people?
So make I even break that percentage down so that people go really understand what it means.
Thank you.
It means say out of every, by the time you count every 100 Nigerians, like 40 no get work.
Hey.
Wow.
That's what, now the
Yes,
simple
yes,
explanation be that.
yes.
Say if you count every 100
Nigerians,
Nigerians,
40, going by
okay,
this,
the percentage now na 37 abi, and they say if you reach 40
to
or even
43.
43, make we just day between,
In between,
the, so
that
they
40,
40. So if you count every 100 now, by the time you count 1, 2, 3, reach 100, 40 no get work.
Wow.
Imagine, just think and well. So by the time, by the time you count 1,000, it means say 400 people out of 1,000
no get
work. By the time you count 10,000, it means say 4,000 out of the 10,000 no get work. What did they do? That's why terrorism they increase. That's why banditry they increase. That's why armed robbery they increase. That's why touts they increase. That's why all these boys where they road, we know they do anything. That's why they increase. Because when you don't get better work, what you do, anything they are available, now you go do. Yes, we need to, first of all, we need to, I don't know how we want to do it, but we need to find way to control our population.
Yes.
That one a problem.
Okay.
They say true, say na God they give pikin. No doubt. But you self where they born the pikin, go sit down and ask yourself, this pikin where I want born, I get the money to take train am. Because you go see for some place where they say some people they born children because say they get mind say, oh, their brother they one place or their uncle they one side where go support them.
They go even call us your pikin.
Exactly.
How two people take contribute but one pikin?
As a day like this, so now two I get. It don't end. Not because say I don't like children. My mama born 6. But I know how it be to train the 6.
Yes.
You know how the country be like this already. School fees. I just come back from house. My family did Port Harcourt. I did Lagos. I just come from travel. The 3 weeks where I stay house. Bros.
Your leg shake.
You know what they come out from your body.
You understand?
Yes.
This one and me where we say, okay, I feel count myself as middle class Nigerian. Where I know say month end, Wazobia go pay me, abi?
Yes.
And they get money. So imagine if they hold my hand like this, imagine the person will not even get work at all.
Kai.
So pikin no go school. Pikin no go see better food chop. The pikin go enter street. What you go come cause? So I think one of the first things where we as a people need to do. Now to I agree say for some culture, now problem.
Yes.
They don't want to take year. So one person sit down and say one born 10, 15, 20. But we need to begin to think. You remember China do them at a point.
Yes.
China sit down and look and say, all this one with our population they grow so. If we not put them in check, problem go there. They can't put the QA say you know if you born pass one at the 2. Exactly. You know, so that they go feed you, so that the resources where they get go fit.
They will feel well.
But I want to chip in one question for this thing we talk. Okay, if by the time we say, okay, make we consider our population, say make we know the number of children who will be born, do you think it's about controlling childbirth or about the system? Because, and what if we can't say we they control childbirth? Maybe just say, maybe everybody, they born only 2. If now one, you want born, make it born 1. And the main problem with the causes of unemployment, we know still tackle and look into it. Say not to say the same unemployment will still affect the new generation when they come.
I understand what you talk. And they say, and they give solution. No, you know if you use one solution solve all the problems.
True.
Me, I know sure say Nigeria go feed do am because again, you feel begin they go courts. Say you deny somebody a constitutional right. You understand? But I they look and say, is it possible? China feed do am because China no really be democracy. They get, you know, they feed put decree. Everybody go follow am.
Yes.
Now, so that one a bottleneck for us. So possibility so we feel even do am. No day. But at the reason I'm saying, could that be a solution? That's one. 2, governments need to find way to solve some of these problems. Because if the economy of the country good, businesses go dey open. And when businesses they open, you go fit employ people. You don't need to wait until you employ people for civil service. Because, in fact, I feel even tell you now, say even some people they work for civil service, they need to sack them. Because many of them, federal and state civil services, many of them have to just go office, sit down, morning till night, 2 o'clock reach, they carry bag, they go, or some go just go, sign their name, carry bag, enter street, go to a month end, they go pay them salary. So I'm not even talk about to employ for federal and state. I dey talk about the fact where we say government need to diversify a lot of things. For example, if for any reason, okay, good news for us now, this National Assembly, they don't do constitutional amendments where we say states fit generate power on their own. Before you know fit do them because of
go the national grid.
Good. Now, it means say, for example, Lagos State on its own fit decide say we want generate 20 whatever megawatts of power. If they fit do them, light they dey everywhere for Lagos. You know they ever hear say NEPA take light. It means say people go fit come Lagos to come to open industry. Because they know say they're not going to spend money on top diesel. Now, or even the small business where they use small barber, we get shop. If he get 24 hours light, he no need generator.
Generator don't go now.
Good. So all that money when they take spend on generator, if you use them employ another extra barber, they pay salary. You get. So now some of the little things where we need to, if we fit do them, imagine with the talk say country hard, our government close border. What's it make them close border? They give plenty excuse. As they close the border for how many years? The price of rice change. Instead, what do you do?
It skyrocket.
It go up. You know. So some of these are policies where they really need government need to see government don't fit do everything. Make we agree that one. They don't fit do anything. But most times our own government they need to try. So if they fit, like I don't talk about this power thing now. Down on one side, why be say okay, this federal government, not be everything they don't do bad. At least they don't try to diversify ports, for example now. Even though say the one way they on there for Rivers State and the one way they try to do for Onitsha never really come up as it's supposed to be. But imagine a situation where they do them, say they do Onitsha own, they do on their own. All the businesses where they work for Southeast, they don't need to carry their container come Lagos again. They carry their container go
straight up to
straight out to Onitsha there. It means say all that money where they go pay tanker, be tipper, what do they call them? All these trucks to take transport them from Lagos, they go that side, they go put that money into another venture, put them into another business. That one go mean say they feel employ
more people. 1 or
2 extra. By the time you do that one, if this company employ 100, that company employ 50, this one employ 20, federal government employ their own. And unemployment will reduce.
Oga Ufoma, I know sir no make mistake when I talk am from the beginning. Say, as the hot special na lecture. Una say no be just the problem we dey discuss. Solution they enter. KPMG talk say, the way they look this number, unemployment choke. Una hear what Oga Ufoma don talk, he don talk say, this thing get solution. Not be like say all of us will come begin to fast and pray. God help us deal with unemployment. God don't give us the sense. See for example, the one when you talk about power, light. If light there is Lagos, person when they do business go look say, why am I buying big generator? I'm paying for diesel in this part. He go come Lagos, he go put in business. The money go use and do other things. He even bring her down to Baba we get small shop. Say Baba go even come they employ. Baba go turn to MD CEO because he go employ people. Baba when be Oga. Oh, this thing na common sense. Make we dey use am. We hope say government they hear this one, and I dey very sure say Oga Ufoma go help them if they ask am for suggestion. Mo can't go this third one. This third one got to do with police. Hey, police, yeah, police, yeah, police.
Committing suicide, yeah.
Plus your age don't show. Your age don't show. No problem.
When I talk to veteran, I know it's not.
You know what you talk. You talk well. You talk well. Now, this particular story, it concerns Rivers State, and also we go throw in Kano State. Prince Muyiwa Adejobi, when be the talk person of Nigeria Police Force. Now he come out, come inform us, say, that video from Port Harcourt, the River State capital, where plenty Nigerians see whether they best. We don't show now the video because it's not good to show this kind of video. Now, that first video we will see, now police officer for inside, this man went there when we blue na Prince Muyiwa Adejobi, now he be the talk person of the Nigeria Police Force. The one we will see where person wear black, and another person come wear white. Now, between one police officer and another man for inside Port Harcourt, the River State capital, That police officer when wear black, when hold gun now, when can hold something like stick, if they beat, you know how they beat stubborn goats. If they beat the man with the stick, he even slap him. Boga! The man wife, they talk say, hey, please, honey, let's go. He dash the guy slap. Pack, 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 pack. Even when the guy can't even they go, the guy like say still they think about the slap because the guy he head can't they bend like say another slap they come from back. But the Nigerian police force don't come and talk say it is unpolice-like. Say police no they behave like this. Anybody who behave like this is a bad person. So these three of them owners like this, they don't carry them. They say three of them they be bad gang. They don't go report to police. They don't snap picture. Anybody who be police officer no they pray to snap this kind of picture because it means say you don't dey inside serious problem. And Ogamu Iwade Jobi don't talk say. Then go teach them lesson to use show them say no be so police they behave. These people name now Adejo Siaka, inspector, Friday Obaka, inspector, and Indiwa Webari, sergeant. The three of them like that. The three of them they go answer their mama name and then go come out. Another one also happened for Kano. He get one popular musician for Kano. He nickname na ra 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 ra. If they sing, you go to do
It fits you. You are talented. See skills. No such don't come from your mouth.
That's so in the
Why don't they waste your talent here?
No, I they demonstrate that.
So you even don't call the person wasting the song.
Just say you know they the wrong job.
Are you serious? Wow. Wow.
No problem. Now I finish my story. The reason why they catch two police officers where they follow this man, now say they just they one place, all of them just they enjoy, the man they perform. These police officers just begin they shoot for air. Their belly they sweet them. You know how, oh yeah, boga, like knockout, boga, they don't play with toy when they're small. This video can't go around. People shout, say, police, why you gonna do this kind of thing? Where people gather? Ogamu Iwade Jobi don't talk, say, make those ones to come snap that picture where we say they snap. Now, we won't focus on police because if like say, if we go talk through police, then get things where they don't put in place. When they use, they check police officers when they do anyhow. Sometimes people don't go happy with the way when this Ogamu Iwade Jobi they talk, or the one when the Lagos Benjamin Hundeyi they talk. But the truth be say, police they try to see how they go solve that problem. Oga Fomame, I come back to you. And the reason why I won't bring this question, this one, because I say when you talk about Honorable Ganiu Johnson. And that law, when you won't bring in place, you've been talk say, even though it go help us, but no be solution to the problem. If you check in the last 1 year, he get plenty police officers who don't go snap this kind of picture where we say this ones they don't snap. But people see they talk say, shouldn't say the training when they give them now ain't no good because some of the badness when these ones they do today, somebody do it last year. They never learn, they know they learn lesson. What is exactly they happen? Shouldn't say that people will get coconut head now in our police force.
So Oga Muyiwa been talk say this thing now shows say no be the system be the problem, say na the individuals, the individual police people na be the problem. I not totally agree with wetin in talk so. Me I feel yes I agree say the individuals get their own, but the system na still the problem because for a very long time the system don't allow police officers. They do all that nonsense and nothing they happen. So they don't grow wings. Their shoulder don't go up
wide.
You go see, it don't even happen to me a few times. Wow. Police go look you, tell you, say, I go kill you here, nothing will happen. They don't, at least they don't talk for my presence. Now, why police officer go open mouth, tell you like, we don't even hear situations where we say, police go kill person, allegedly kill somebody, carry bullets, and gun, put for the person, cons frame the person, say the person an armed robber. We don't hear of those kind of story plenty times. Now because, now because the system allow them for a very long time they get away with murder. Like that film we watch that year. You know, they get away with many things. That's why police go open. See that video now. That's not be really not be Port Harcourt. Now if you come out from Port Harcourt along the East-West Road, MOR local government, the next local government after Choba side, you know, and true, that place I know that place very well because I pass there well. Most of those police officers there, they very, very rude. As in, see, they believe because that area too now, area where we say bad boys they worry. So they always there.
They prepare.
So them they prepare. But at the same time, not be everybody be the bad boy. Besides, you need to treat people with respect.
Yes.
You know. But like I talk most police officers, the system don't allow them maybe say they do this thing where slap you. If you plate head, no problem. If they see you say you drive, get the kind of car where you go drive, no problem.
Fresh.
Everybody once you fresh, like me now.
But before you go further for this angle, I want thinker. Because the truth be say, you cannot give what you don't have.
True.
These police officers, for example, anybody who sabi that East-West road go know say, if you stand for that road, the kind number of hours where these police officers they stand, you know, the sun, the everything, you know go feel smile. You know go happy.
So Chukudi, I understand what you dey try one talk. Now the reason we make you no be police officer.
Okay.
Now the reason we make me no be police. All of us, most of us choose where we want to
They
go.
don't force them to do the work.
They no force them. Yes, I understand. Say some people go because another work no day, so they just decide to go.
Yes.
But at the same time, every job and every profession gets ethics. The one way they lay down procedure where you supposed to follow. As a journalist, where we be, you get kind of things where we don't fit come on air, can't talk. We fit talk inside our room, but we don't fit come on air like this as people they watch us begin talking. Sometimes you want talk am. Get how they go provoke you reach. You want talk am abi, but you go remember say, I get rule and I get regulation, and if I talk am, I get punishment.
Yes.
But it go back to what I talked before. Yes, the situation of the work get as it be, but you go still see President Buhari government. He get plenty bad things where they don't do, but make we still give them credit for the good ones where they do. In the last 30 years, I'm not sure say you don't get any administration we don't try to improve police
very true.
like Buhari.
Very true.
See, I'd always like talk him the way he be.
Yes.
Buhari, he don't do plenty bad things. We dey criticize him. But for this one, you also need to give him credit. He never reach because we need to do more.
Very true.
Do you understand?
Very true.
But he don't try, if not to provide equipment for police, if not to promote them, if not to increase their salary. He don't do many of those things. But you see, Egwe rotten, don't rotten. You get some people who say, just inside their blood, say, I just want, because I hold gun, and because I get power, I go show myself, you know. So, it's good as all this kind of punishment they come. We need to do more of them. Kudos to the talk person of police, you know, and the rest of the police hierarchy. It's good when they do all these things. They make, when they don't give them punishment, maybe they come out for public again, they talk and say, see the kind of punishment we give so and so person. Some of them, they don't demote them. Some of them, they don't sack them. Some of them, they don't withhold their salary. Exactly, you know, because the one thing, see, Nigeria don't bad reach the one place where we say, we don't get trust.
We know they believe.
So, leave them, just talk. Because true, we don't see situations where we say, we go shout, holla, finish. They go just do one thing so that we go shut up. In the next 2 days, everybody don't move on. The next viral story, we don't enter. We don't forget this one will happen.
Waiting the screen so now waiting the talk person of Nigeria Police Force Prince Olumuyiwa Adejobi post. He said Inspector Adejo Siaka, Inspector Friday Obaka, and Sergeant Ndikwa Buhari from Rivers State. These are the men who slapped a man on the road in Rivers. They reported at the force headquarters today. That's the day when they put out. Trial will soon commence. We will update you as soon as possible. Thanks. And the 3 men be this. People won't get work. Don't reach inspector level, reach sergeant level.
Public disgrace.
Una can't use una and take spoil the work. But may I ask your girl for one because my brother Unkubi go knock us the last topic. This thing sometimes they look at they look say it be like say some people now they get luck. Police just they use catch crews. Because if the leadership of the police don't talk, say, make no police officer they attached to any VIP.
Yes.
Why we still they see, say, like in the case of Kano, we still they see, say, musician. Not be say musician, not be better person, no. Musician, they carry 2 police. We don't see normal people. They carry police. Who still they post those? Check and say the police people now back here they follow. Who they post them? Who they post them?
Cody. Get one Igbo proverbs we say I can't happen here the moto buy na moto. Make we leave
with the right motor enter inside moto.
We enter inside. See this one where you don't talk so. Now audio.
Oh.
Sometimes now to just now make it no be say they never talk. They can't come out. They can't talk am again. Now audio. You know they pass. How many times police hierarchy don't talk say no more roadblock. You know they see roadblock.
Or bail is free.
Or bail is free.
Oh.
See, I bet we talk the last thing.
Before we talk the last time, make we enter break. I bet we will go calm down over this one. We don't talk. Make we enter break.
Bail is free.
Talk about that. You have to the government something we don't hear. They will seal up their ear. Once they seal up their ear, they will go back to sleep. Talk about that. You have to the government something we don't hear. They will seal up their ear. Once they seal up their ear, they will go back to sleep.
Yes, and welcome back. We don't enter the final lap of our program as it is the Friday edition. And of course, my brother Izugu Chukwud and our Gunga guys, Oga Ufoma, still there for studio. And we don't search on 3 interesting stories. And when we enter into this next one, this one also very, very interesting because it concerns all of us. The Nigerian Union of Petroleum, that is natural gas workers, don't come and talk, say, they go bring out their position, that is, NUPEN go bring out their position on this removal of subsidy for this thing for Nigeria. That is for the premium motor spirit, that is popularly known as petrol. And they also looking further into the news. That is the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association also don't come out kick against this particular removal of subsidy. They talk say, look, say this subsidy removal not be the problem we will get here. And the talk say if President Buhari say he don't do what he's supposed to do. All these ones say they come out subsidy. Say we know they look into them. And the talk say, see, rather than removing subsidy, what is stop us from looking at our refineries and also fixing our refineries so that we go just say, okay, this subsidy thing, make we put them aside. Because they talk say by the time we remove this subsidy, say at the end, say it will even cause more hardship for the people. Now waiting Pengasin also come and talk with this. So and these various bodies don't come and give their own position, looking at what we don't see. And going by the waiting the incoming president, that is President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in one of his talk where during that during the period that they do campaign, he talks say, look, we'll say they will come out subsidy. And we don't also look and say, if I tell you come out subsidy, the normal petrol oil they buy for this particular rate of 100, it's something. For some areas, it will be 200 and something naira. Say it will come increase to about 600 to 700 naira. Now don't see the margin. Not even by 100%, not even by 200%, by almost 300% increase. So in the long run, who this thing actually they affect? So Ogufoma, we don't see the problems we will be faced with. And we don't shout say refineries. Our country got refineries, not be 1, not be 2, not be 3. No, about 4 refineries abandoned. And we get somebody, okay, fine, we could even leave the private sector, the one with the building own. But we could even focus on the one where we say Nigeria get. 4 good refineries, positioned at 3 different places for the country. If we get refineries and we carry our oil, go outside, go they subsidize, go they refine. And once we bring them, they carry subsidy, they put on top of the people's head. So you notice now, still the people, the system still ripping us from us and taking from us because make we also talk them. They even talk and say the people who get the same refineries abroad, where they go refine, now still Nigerians get them. So why are you still stealing from the people where you supposed to serve and making life difficult? So looking at this particular thing, what is your reaction about waiting the likes of Pengasin and NUPEN don't talk about this thing? So
you see this subsidy matter, eh? If we spend the next 2 hours here to talk about them. But I would try break them down the little way where I feel.
Thank God. Oh yeah, go over to you.
The honest truth be say, we need to come out subsidy. Yes.
Okay.
I know today we even supposed don't come out them.
Okay.
You remember the protests where they do for
2012.
Ojota.
Oh, 11 years ago.
Even Chukwudi himself got the protest.
See the irony. See the irony. The people where they won't come out, the government now, where won't come out, where say they go come out the subsidy by June 1st.
Yes.
They don't already talk them. So by June 1st, subsidy go end. Now these same people, including our president, including our president-elect. Just see the irony. Now, all of them follow do protest for 2012 against Goodluck Jonathan government, say make it no comot subsidy. Fast forward 11 years after, now them won't comot subsidy now. The question where you go ask now, wetin change? The same issue at that time, where they complain, say, I get plenty things where they're supposed to do, like make refinery work first before they comot the subsidy. 11 years after, you just talk them now. The refineries never start to work well. Abi? Instead, we get one private individual where they build his own.
He own almost finished.
And he own almost.
Hi.
And which they start to build them. Meanwhile, since I did primary school in the late 80s. I entered secondary school, early 90s. Since that time, I don't hear for news, turnaround maintenance for our 4 refinery. Chukudi, Nkubi, 30 plus years after, we still they do turnaround maintenance for our 4 refineries. See, that's in a scam where people don't take siphon plenty money from government. But government know the people. They know.
And then they pay now.
They know. Now, the question will come be, the first question I always ask about this subsidy thing now, who will they pay this subsidy to? How much will they pay as subsidy? See, government never really come out and tell us what will be the true situation. They give us half story. Because, like 1.5 years ago, the same government tell us, say, we have stopped subsidies. They tell us, say, we're not paying subsidies anymore. 18 months later, they can't tell us, say, oh, we are budgeting so trillions. You know how much they pay for the subsidy? Trillions. 1.something trillion every year. How much be our budget? You they use almost 20% sometimes of budget to pay subsidy. Even the subsidy, Nigeria no fit, we don't get the specific amount of petrol we consume every day for this country. We don't get them. We just they put figures.
Estimates.
Man tell you why it be like that.
Why?
Now person runs. Somebody they make money from am. And we know the people. Governments know the people. But you see, if I help you to enter this place and they get something from that place where you enter, now me help you, Abi. It's possible say, even if I do bad thing, you can't hold me. I not talk anything, but you understand what I talk.
No, we understand.
But the problem now don't be say the thing don't hook government. So when they pay all that money, they need to see money to do any other thing again.
Yes.
That's why they don't look and say, see, if we continue to pay this, subsidy, we go to borrow money to pay salary. How many people they work for federal civil service? How many? If you can calculate, Nigeria now almost. They say over 200 million. How many people will be the population where they work for federal and where government they pay them salary? You know reach 5% of the total number of Nigerians. But if we continue to pay this, so we go reach the situation we say government will come go they borrow money to pay them salary because money no day again. So in the true sense of the word, we need to stop this subsidy. Maybe if you no reach like the 600 where you talk. Some independent marketers don't come and talk, say, it could be like that kind, 400, 450. But ask yourself, presently as we speak, not only for some places for Lagos, you buy 189, but that cut now 300.
Right.
If you go far for Kano, Kaduna, some they buy 350, 400 there already. So we don't already they buy, most people for Nigeria don't already they buy that amount already. So why you can't they pay subsidy? You they pay the subsidy now to reduce
the cost. So that the pressure
on the advent, but the pressure don't already there. So why you they pay people money? People they collect money, but still the pressure there. So in the recent, I'm pro removal of subsidy
because the money they go use and do things.
They get other things where they use. They need to use that money do. They need to put them for education. They need to put them for health. They need to put them for other aspects of the country. However, make we go back again to when telephone come out for Nigeria, 2001.
Yes.
You remember when it first come out, the first set of people who come out, they need to do per second.
Yes.
If you call 1 second, if you call 1 minute, 1 second, they go charge you for 2 minutes.
Yes.
But after a while, one person can enter the market, come bring per second. The remaining people wey no gree do per second before, come do wetin, come change. E get people wey buy SIM 60,000 for this country.
Yes.
Today, how much be SIM?
Free of charge.
Good. Now the thing, if they remove that subsidy, at first the money go up. But by the time when those refineries don't they work, where we no need to they carry our crude, go outside, go refine. It go mean say you fit enter this filling station, they go send at 200 they sell. The one where they near them go send at 195. You no go 200
yes.
you go 195. When that one system at 195 they sell, this one go sell 194.50. So we need competition. That kind of competition. At first, like we first buy SIM 60,000, it dey up. But after a while now, it don't come down to the extent where we say some people give them free.
They even they beg you say
come take exactly. So hopefully in the long run we will get to that stage.
Oga, for this stage we don't reach like this. It be like saying around 3 minutes now it remain. But I want to ask one question because this explanation when you explain not very very clear now. Say the reason why they must do this thing now so that they will use the money well in the interest of people. But there's the problem of trust.
Yes.
Nigerians no trust. Because I remember say before Jonathan they announced that thing, they may do town hall. Different. People come, then sit down. No, vex. People come, then sit down. But people still talk, say they don't trust the government.
Unfortunately, even till now, a lot of us don't trust government.
But how government will take win back our trust?
Then by doing what they need to, they do. Not be to tell us 18 months ago say they don't stop to repay subsidy. 18 months after they come the budget 1.something trillion for subsidy. How you go trust that kind of person? So government on its own, whether the local government, the state government, the federal government, they need to build back people trust. And we they hope say the new government when they come by May 29, go fit start today because Buhari government don't end already. He just there kwarapu.
He don't already say
I won't go house, so I won't go down.
Don't tire
so we don't already know say nothing will happen again. The hope and prayer and I say this new government when they come, they will begin to try to build back people trust. Because if you use that 1 trillion and people they see and say, see what you take the money do. You use and build this school. You use and build this hospital. People go begin trust you back again. Do you understand?
And then they see the thing they
because they see them. Not be when you tell them, say, we need to pay subsidy again, or 18 months after, you begin pay subsidy. I go, they look you like, you won't use my head.
Very true. Oga Ufoma, I not be man of God, but I go pray for you. This wisdom, where you come from, you no go finish.
Amen.
God will continue to bless you because people like you, now we need for this country. Amen. Where as you they talk the truth, you they teach people, we go they learn.
Amen.
Who could be not you are they pray for?
No.
You need restoration. You're now revival, then now prayer warriors, 24 elders.
They pray
for you. And they pray for them. They
make it drunk. Say I don't
be pray for. Oga Ufoma Igbamuno, thank you very much.
Make a con go.
No, you try. Our people when they for house, we they talk say Nigeria and our country no go spoil. Make we join our together to move this our country go the permanent side. Make una no vex. We don't even remember say we they even they take calls today. That's not because of say the action to the way happened this week. He shake ground and the ogbonge guests who carry come journalists. Ufoma Igbamuno, he lecture us well and we don't learn. We hope say the one way you don't learn today, as you they come out, you go contribute to move this our country go the permanent side. Until we come back next week Monday.
Una bye.
Una bye. See as you disgrace yourself.
Una bye.
Now my bye. Now you run talk. Una bye.
They go, Jerry.
They don't even come show you. Now me they show.